So Leicester 0, Arsenal 2. Fantastic performances all over the park today. One of the best goalkeeping performances you're going to see all season. One of the best strike performances, i.e. Lacazette, without the ball, working hard, that you're going to see this season for us especially. And Smith Rowe back in the goals again, 2 games straight. Some great performances today. Kenny, you're walking back. You were at the game. And give me your quick little breakdown, mate.
What I'm trying to say, right, is that this is the tempo that Arsenal should play at. The personnel doesn't change. A lot of people sing the Kieran Tierney song. Feel free to sing that. But Nuno Tavares was probably one of the men of the match. There is no reason why he should be jettisoned from the team when Kieran Tierney gets his full fitness. Understandably, if it is, but you can't change and you can't take a player out of the team who's genuinely been part of our recent revival. As it's always been agreed on the panel that Kieran Tierney's not been in great form, so he needs to be difficult to get in the team. Lacazette, I say it once, say it 1,000 times. We play good football when Lacazette is playing well. If Lacazette plays well, Arsenal play well. Lacazette plays well, Aubameyang plays well. And you can't emphasise how great we were in midfield. But obviously the plaudits have to go to Ramsdale. I just want to say to Al Jones, not once did I say that I didn't want Ramsdale at the football club. So I think you need to get your facts straight and not prejudice the fact that, because I don't want Arteta out, that everything I say, I'm going to be contradicted on, because I think that's you're mistaken. Mr. Christopher Daly, respect to your views, but you've got to realise one thing. I've been watching football for over 40-something years. I don't need to be told by a manager how to do things. I also played at competitive, not at league level. I play semi-professional, so I think I know a bit about the game, and I'm free to say what I feel about the manager, John Campos. You can't have it both ways. You absolve Arteta from the blame when we lose, so we are allowed to absolve Arteta and share in the glory when he wins. Deal.
There you go. It's the players when we lose, and it's the manager when we win. Anyway, Jez, you were supposed to be at the game. You ended up getting towed back from Cobham services, and watched the first half on an iPad and the second half in the house. Give me your breakdown, man. And listen, I feel sorry for you, man, because I know you've never been to Leicester's new ground. I know you went to the old one a lot, but yeah, I feel bad. You got up early today as well.
5:30, man. Picked up at 6:30. Thought we'd stop at Cobham for a cup of tea and something to eat rather than stop anywhere else and just drive on. Everything was going great. Came out after 35 minutes, got into my mate Pete's Beamer X5. Started, put it in reverse, nothing happened. And he's like, I said, you got it in gear? And he went, yeah. And basically wouldn't drive forward, wouldn't drive back. So called the RAC. RAC were there probably within 45 minutes. And the guy just said, your clutch is gone.
Oh, that's expensive on a WX5, mate.
It will be. And so then we had to sit for about 3.5 hours, wait for a big recovery lorry. The one you go on the back of, to pick us up and bring us home. So it's a very disappointing day. Gutted, but I feel sorry for Pete. That's going to cost him a bang load of money. Anyway, let's get on the ratings then, man.
Yeah, let's go with the goalkeeper, Kenny. Unbelievable, man. And listen, you witnessed that live in the ground, which, as you both know, and we all know, and anyone that's been to games will know, that when it's live and you're in the ground, it looks even more spectacular when a player plays well. Yeah, he was unbelievable, man.
Right, I'm sorry. What I'm going to do is this isn't Strictly Come Dancing, and I'm not Craig Revel Horwood, but I'm sorry, and neither am I Gino or Len, but I'm sorry, this is a 10 out of 10. I'm giving it 10 out of 10.
Don't you agree?
The save he made at a crucial time just for the first half, the double save, and the saves he made throughout the season, the way he carries himself, the way he caught every cross, this win in terms of salvaging it and protecting it was completely down to him. I can't give him anything lower. I can't give him anything lower than 10 out of 10.
Totally
And
agree.
I might really stingy, but today has to be a 10.
Yeah, 100%. His kicking was insane, man. It was almost like he'd had a bet with his missus or something that I'm going to do all different types of kickouts from the back today. The one where he just drop kicked it straight to Aubameyang, I was like, "You're taking the mick, mate!" Like, it was insane. But yeah, great performance, 10 out of 10. Yeah, and this is what I like. I didn't want him, I didn't rate him, and he's making me shut my mouth. Yeah, so that's all I ever want to see at the club. Jez, let's go to
probably save of the season.
Yeah, as it stands right now, unbelievable save. And he's made a few this season, but that was a joke. The one against Tottenham was insane, but that one today was better for me. But Jez, let's go to Nuno Tavares, left back.
Yeah, very, very impressed, actually. This guy's impressing me. And, I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he was quality.
Up and down, defended well. Most of the attacks nullified on his side, so they went down the opposite side. I can't disagree with that. Let's go to the opposite side. Kenny, Tomiyasu. I thought first half, personally, flawless. Second half, when Harvey Barnes came on, we know he's a tricky customer. I thought he struggled a little bit, but I still thought he played pretty well. What did you make of him?
I'm going to give him a 7.5 because I think you're 100% right in the second half when Barnes came on. What he did is that I loved really well. Obviously, there were times when Barnes got him behind, but that's when Thomas and Thomas sort of did the overlap, and that he wasn't getting protection from Saka. But one of the things I was impressed with in the second half is he resorted Harvey Barnes to long shots. He didn't allow Harvey Barnes to do his good stuff because Harvey Barnes likes to get in the box or just outside the box from maybe 20, 25 yards. That's where he's dangerous, and he kept the distances away from our goal a lot better. Obviously, Barnes got in. He can make, Ramsdale made saves, but 7.5 definitely.
100%. Let's go to Gabriel. Jez scored a goal. What a header, by the way. He made a pretty poor corner into gold. Man, it was unreal. Not sure about his celebration, mind. Like, his celebration was a bit off key, but the goal was unbelievable, and he was defensively solid. What did you make of him?
Yeah, I think that the corner taken by Saka was a little bit weak, but he made everything of it. Absolute class header. I mean, sorry, Schmeichel didn't see that in the net until he fell over. It was absolute quality, man. And, great performance. Can't knock him. I thought he was solid in defence, closing everything down, closing the channels down when Leicester were coming on, and he's going to get an 8 as well.
Let's go to his partner in crime. Ben White gave away the free kick that led to the mad save. Gave away a few free kicks, Xhaka-esque. Other than that, defensively, I thought he was pretty solid. What did you make of him, Kenny?
I think Ben's $1 million, man. You know what? He's getting into a group. Maybe it's the catalyst is having Ramsdale behind him, and having Gabriel alongside him. It's allowing him to do what he does, do what he's bought for, which is basically bring the ball out. And he made a couple of good runs. He got a bit of a tackle, but the manager clearly told him to bring the ball out. And like I said, he pass the ball from defence. And today I thought it was a great game. I'm going to give him a 7.5. But could have been higher. But I don't mark that highly. I think the reason why I'm giving Aaron the 10 because it's one of the things where he's knocked me off my chair.
100%, man. Thomas Partey, Jez.
Yeah, I thought another good performance. Looks solid. I like him because he's big and he's physical, and he's not Odegaard who falls over on the blade of grass. Quality, and I'll give him a 7.
His shooting's getting better as well. He's not ballooning them out the stadium.
Got one on target. You got one on target.
He had one on target. Yeah, it's getting better. Let's go to his partner in midfield, Sambi Lokonga. His shooting needs working on because he was trying shots from 40 yards in the first half.
I'm going to give Albert a 6.5. He wasn't as good as his partner, but he worked his nuts off and he ran a lot. And like I said, he did provide a bit of a solid basis for, but 6.5 to Albert.
Jez, let's go to Smith Rowe. scored back-to-back games. All three of us, anyone who watches us on a regular basis, have all said we want to see him at number 10. He wears the number on his back. We don't want to see him on the left wing. Back-to-back number 10s in formations and where he's played, back-to-back goals. He's had a great month, goal-scoring-wise, and is finished today. I mean, Kasper Schmeichel didn't even know what hit him. He was already in the back of the net before he moved. What did you make of him overall?
I thought first half he looked really bright and he was doing some good stuff. I think the second half he faded a little bit. And on that basis, it was a good goal. Schmeichel totally blindsided. I mean, the way he held off before running into the box, he could see something was going to happen. He took that opportunity. It was a great strike. It was a great finish. So the fact he faded, I'll give him 7.5, as Kenny's putting in halves today. So I'll go.
Yeah, I don't know where Kenny's getting all these half marks from, but maybe he's been hanging around with judges too much with these half pints and all that. Do you know what I mean?
Been judges weren't here today. Where were you, judges? What you should have been? You should have been at the ground instead of a warm studio in Finsbury Park.
He's sitting there with little half pints, giving it the little pinky finger and all that. Do you know what I mean? Let's go to Bukayo Saka. Looked knackered after about 25 minutes, if we're honest.
No, he had a very good start. He faded in the second half, and what he needs to do is get a right foot. Because the end of the day, try and be a bit like the guy who should monitor his game was Chrissy Waddle. Chrissy Waddle plays in that kind of position on the right hand side, but Chrissy Waddle, his right foot, he took defenders by surprise. He crossed with his right foot, and he also had shots with his right foot. Develop that, you'd be a top player. Same goes for Pepe, who plays that position as well. But Bukayo, I'm going to give you a 6.
I think that's a bit high, if I'm honest, but it's your player ratings, and I'm not going to argue with it. Let's go to the opposite side, Jez. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang very nearly scored.
Yeah.
Good save from Kasper Schmeichel with his feet. De Gea-esque. Worked hard today. Always, like Kenny says, and you say as well, we all say, always looks better when Aubameyang's playing with Lacazette. Yeah. Because it gives him that, like you've both said before, it's not the goal burden is just on him. He's now got someone up there that's very technically decent in and around the box. But what did you make of Aubameyang?
Yeah, I thought he started bright, and he was unlucky not to get that goal. Faded, I think, a bit in the second half. Looked a bit out of the game, but he was solid. He worked hard in the first half. Second half, I don't know. I think, well, we'll get to this one. When a certain player came on, I'm going to give him a 6.5 on that, because I think if we hadn't brought on that one person, he may have strived on further. But I think the fact that also Leicester were pressing didn't help. But yeah, so I'll give him that.
Yeah, that person we're coming to in a minute, but there was a funny moment when that particular player tried to volley a ball when he had nobody around him. He could have run 30 yards up the pitch, and Aubameyang looked at him and was like, "You think I'm chasing that?" Do you know what I mean? Kenny, let's go with Lacazette. Worked really hard today on and off the ball. Involved in Smith Rowe's goal.
It's going to be controversial, but he was the best player on the pitch after Ramsdale. He gave us a platform to win the football match.
I agree.
I was absolutely at 57 minutes when he was taken off. People around me, and I'll name them. The guy who runs AFTV, Robbie, he had his arms out. Andy Nunn had his arms out. People had their arms out and said, "What the hell are you doing?" But for those 57 minutes, I hope it wasn't an injury. But I'm going to give him 9 because it's about platform. He goes to platform for win. And when Alex Lacazette plays football like that, he is making it difficult. He's making us yearn for it all the time. We could do some more goals, but if you play like that, you could save us a lot of money. But you've got to be consistent, Alex. We've been dying for this for a long, long time. And sometimes, when you go back to your bad old ways, it gives us ammunition for us to say, you know what, let's get Watkins in. Let's get players like Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
He looked really pissed off, Kenny, when he came. We
could see it because I was talking to him. I was talking to a guy in front of me, and I said, "Mate, he looks pissed. He wasn't injured. He looks pissed off." But 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he was our best outfield player, and I thought he set the tempo from first minute. It was like, but he done that the other week against Palace when he came on. Yeah, and then that went into the Villa game and so on and so forth. And it's like, I don't know whether he's playing for a new deal or whether he's playing for a move or whether he's just playing because he likes
whatever it is, it has to benefit Arsenal Football Club, and it's benefit the football club. So maybe people, we could say Ramsdale was playing out his skin because he wants to impress Gareth Southgate and take the #1 jersey of Jordan Pickford. But if it's benefiting Arsenal, that's the most important thing. That's why I never get excited when players play well for their countries. Sorry, Arsenal plays well for their countries because it's not benefiting Arsenal. But if they have their motives and it benefits Arsenal, good, crack on. You know what I mean?
100%. Let's move to the substitutes. Jez. Let's go with Martin Odegaard.
I don't even know how I can mark him. He was absolutely shocking. This guy, why did we ever buy him? Look, we had him last year on loan and he was crap. And it seems to me he's gone backwards, even worse. I just see nothing in him. He's weak. I mean, I said to you in the fan cam, Lee, and Kenny, you'd have seen it live. He tried twice against 2 Leicester players in the same tackle to backheel it between their legs. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
You ain't cute enough for that. And you lost.
But no, he's the next Bergkamp, mate. He's the next Bergkamp, isn't he?
Is he that man, I'll tell you that I said to you, Lee, in the chat, he's worse than fucking Bentner. He's shocking.
Bentley. That pork chop. What's your mark anyway?
I'm sorry. I mean, you summed it up when he's got acres of space. He could have gone 35 yards. Aubameyang's up there, and he flicks the ball, and Aubameyang just goes, what was that? I mean, from what I saw in that second half with him, the ball's going sideways back. There's one point in the game where Lacazette was still on. No, he wasn't. There's one point in the game, and we're going forward, and Odegaard gets the ball, and it ends up back with Ramsdale.
Yeah. I see it. Yeah. He did that the other week though. Like there was a point against Palace where Tomiyasu's on the over, like going down the wing, and he could have fed it through the lines, and he went straight back to Ben White. I've told everyone about this guy, man. In a year's time, when they stop fancying him, they'll all catch up. But he's a good-looking boy with a nice smile, isn't he?
I've seen this guy as a midfielder make a hard run at any opponent's defence, where I expect a midfielder to be able to control the ball, run at defence like Smith Rowe, and maybe slide a pass here, there, and we have a chance. Absolute pony. I'm giving him a 1.
Well, that's more than I'd give him a visual rating.
I'm giving him a 1 for getting his shirt on. That's it.
Jez, you're triggered on Odegaard like I used to be on Ozil, innit?
Can't stand it.
Let's go to who else came on? We brought on Nicola Pepe.
I think Nicola, there's a bit of skill where he kind of tricked Sioncio, but it was one of the games where Nicola was just there to keep possession and try and stop Thomas from like I said, linking up with my guy Harvey Barnes. But Nicola, give Nicola a 5. Didn't have much time with it, but Nicola needs to be ready, because I think there's going to be a time when I think Saka's going to completely run his race in terms of his fitness, and Nicola's got to be ready and put in performances like Tavares and Ramsdale and cement his place in his football scene.
100%. And I think the one thing our fans are forgetting as well is he's going to be at the AFCON, which is why I want Saka to get a rest now, because then he can go for that second win when he's at the AFCON, Pepe. We're going to lose quite a few players. Partey, El Neni, not that El Neni plays, but, Aubameyang, and obviously Nicola Pepe as well. But let's move on to Kolasinac. Go on, mate. Go on, Ken.
No. Let's go. Yeah.
Your battery's dying, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right.
Let's move on to Kolasinac. Came on for a few minutes at the end. Standard 5.
Yeah, I mean, why is he still here? I thought we were getting rid of him. But, I'll give him a 5. Didn't do a lot, let's be honest. Gave away a foul throw. So, there you go.
So did Tavares, by the way, and it wasn't picked up. He literally just went like that, and bounced it on the floor. I was like, have you been watching Bellerin videos?
I just don't get how a professional footballer can give away a foul throw. I really don't get it. But, yeah, there you go. Right,
let's do a 3-2-1, and then we'll all mark the manager. It's obviously your player ratings, but I can mark the manager. So we'll do 3, 2, 1, 9.
7.5.
Oh, look at me getting 9 out of 10s.
I took a half point off because he bringing on Odegaard. I'll give him an 8, but 7.5 because potentially he increased Aubameyang's workload and he unbalanced the side, and we weren't able to play effectively the counter attack. And rather than making these quick passes for Lacazette to hold the ball up, we rely on Smith Rowe to make these kind of runs for people to run off him, and he can't do that physically in a game like that. So I took a half point off for Arteta because of that substitution.
I took a point off because he brought on Odegaard for Lacazette.
I took a half point off. You took a point off.
And I've given him more than both of you. I gave him 9.
Oh, well. Oh, but we hate Arteta, though. We're not pretty respecting his name.
Yeah. Mate, listen, I'll give credit when it's due. Today, the goalkeeper made an unbelievable couple of saves. He made 8 or 9 saves overall, right? On another day, Harvey Barnes scoops past the goalkeeper and tucks that in. If that's Salah, he won't shoot with his right. He'll scoop that. The keeper dives. That's a goal. Yeah, on another day, he don't save it and tip it on the bar. On another day, Iniacho's one hits the post and goes anywhere. And on another day, Lookman, maybe squares that instead of shooting. So on another day, that could have been 3 or 4. Let's not have it right. Let's not have it wrong. But he's been fucking unbelievable, yeah? And that has made me, for now, after 10 games, or however many games he's played, eat my words for now. And long may that continue. But that's the reason I gave Arteta a 9. Because he played Lacazette today. He played Aubameyang today. He played Smith Rowe at number 10 today. Right, and he's played that goalkeeper over a goalkeeper who could have quite easily put back in, because he fucked off a goalkeeper for that goalkeeper, and now he's fucked off Leno for another goal. So it's like he could have put him back in. His subs were a bit of a shambles, I can't lie, which is why I took a point off. But we kept a clean sheet. Leicester ain't easy. They slapped up Man United the other day, and we limited them to half chances. Really, they'd never had a in through behind one-on-one chance. So yeah, I'm an Arteta hater and I'm rating him 9. So yeah, what are you saying now in the chat? Yeah,
you just worried me there because you said you took a point off your score. So you're not telling me you'd give him a 10?
Well, no. If his subs had worked out all right and they'd brought on Pepe after, I don't know, 55 minutes for Saka, and Pepe went and bagged a goal or 2, then he might have got a 10. I can't lie.
My day's got worse. My day has just got worse.
Guys, I love you so much, right? But I can hear beep, 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 beep.
Kenny's battery's dying. Listen, thank you both for coming on. I know you both give up a lot of time for the channel. I appreciate it. Kenny, I don't know what you're doing in the garages and all that, but you go and do what you're doing. Have some food, get in the warm and chill out, mate.
Who says it's my garage? It could be someone else's.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. You're not at home. You're in Leicester, mate. Be careful, mate. You know what I mean? You're out of town. And you got a Cockney as well. You know what I mean?
Don't worry about it. Well, I'll speak to you later.
Top lads. Thank you, lads.
Arteta out.
Arteta out.